What's good? What's good? This is the ChoppedByT podcast where we give you real, raw, authentic barbershop conversations. I am your host, T. And to the far right of me, we got my brother, my dear brother, the honorable, the inconquerable, the immaculate, Roscoe Gudger, man. What's going on, Sco?
What up, man?
Look, man, we had a crazy start, but we got it together. We also got Quay in the back on the camera.
What's going on?
Trying to be careful as shit not to fuck nothing up. You got it, Quay. It's all good.
Trying to get it together.
You can lean back, get comfortable.
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
You ain't got to slump over. We fuck it up, we just fuck it up. We'll shoot a wide angle the whole time.
All right.
Let's get it.
Yeah, it's all good. Here we ain't got Demo today. He had to attend some family matters. You know, just if y'all watching this right now, send some prayers up to his girl and his family. But I want to jump right into it, right? All right, man. We've been having a crazy ass week in regards to just police brutality, just trauma in the black community and shit like that, right? And because that's what it is. It's trauma.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, I wasn't even gonna say this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Like riding down the road the other day, when I was on listen to the Breakfast Club, they was giving like the little rumor report about the Daunte Wright guy who had ended up getting shot by the police and everything. They started playing little clips of the video, and just in a moment, I felt a warmth over my body. I started to get warm and everything. It was like almost a feeling of right before I have a panic attack or something like that, but my eyes began to water and I got upset because I put my mind in the space of what if that was my child? What if that was my son? What would I do? And I felt emotional and I felt sad about it.
You know what I did that messed me up?
What's that?
When I first saw it, I seen it and I kept struggling. I said, another nigga dead. I said, nah, I gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah.
And that let me know that I've been like just
Sensitized.
yeah, like it's normal to me now. And
Mhm.
it shouldn't be normal just to get on social media and see another black child killed or black person period killed
100%.
over nothing.
For nothing because you're afraid, because you thought he had a gun, because you made a mistake and thought he had a taser. It's ridiculous, you know?
And it's my thing. Like, how many times have we seen a white person attacking the police with a stick? Or I've seen a video, the white person beat up the police, took the police car, and they still apprehended the man and took him to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why it's always such an aggressive approach when it comes to us?
No. I don't understand why they just can't seem to find time to show us grace or to show us some sort of mercy. Well, I do know why. It's all rooted in racism and fear. We talked about it last time. Programming by the media.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so much programming by the media. And we got to take some accountability on our end as well.
Exactly.
Hip-hop music, rap music and shit like that. You see people with guns and everything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid. They think that he got a gun, but there's still no justification for that because you knew what you signed up for in doing this. You knew that you may run across some situations like that. So by you knowing that and understanding that, it's your responsibility to get acclimated within the community. Period.
I was talking to my partner, Officer Tally, and he made a statement. He was like, which I understood and I still understand. He was like, you know, we got to know, like, once we get pulled over by the police, it's at the end of the day, it's our objective to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For us or for them?
for us.
Okay.
Like, because we got on a uniform that we can't take off. It's black. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, if I look at it like this, okay, say if you out somewhere, right, and somebody run up on you with a gun.
Right.
Somebody drop it off. What you gonna do?
I'm going to drop it off.
It's the same way we got to treat the police when we in, you know, in these situations with them. Like, just give it up, man. Like, go home. If you got a warrant or something, like, I'm going to jail. Like, go home. Don't die. Cause that's what they want to do. They looking for anything, a sudden movement, anything to just purge you away.
Well, my question is that fair though? Is that the
It's
right
not.
thing?
It's not. We don't live in no fair world when it come to us. It's never been fair for us.
Man, 100%. Hey, Quay, check this out. You don't have to be so close up on that jump, man. What's now? I want you in on this conversation as well. That's why I gave you the mic. Sit back on that jump real quick. Yeah, I want you in on this jump. If you fuck it up a little bit or it ain't square just right, it's all good. Hell, it don't matter. I want you in on this jump as well too, because I know you got a lot of insight on this conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
So if it's off a little bit, fuck it, it'll be all right. Or if you need to scoot it forward or whatever you need to do, you can go ahead and do that. We'll fix all this shit and edit it anyway.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not. I mean, you can jump in here if you want to. Shit, if you got an opinion about something, you can. I'm sorry. But regardless, though, I guess the point I'm trying to make is like, nah, that's not fair. And I think that's where people come in. That's where all the protests coming from.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people come in and they won't change. They won't reform in our community, right?
Right.
That shit ain't fair. It ain't right. It ain't the right way. The training should be different. Now, we just had a police officer on here a couple episodes ago. I would like to have him back again and say, what do you think about that situation?
That's the brother that don't see color, right?
That's the brother that don't see color. Like, you don't fucking see color, but obviously this shit was racially motivated.
His compadres do though.
Yeah.
They see color.
Absolutely. Because if it was a young white boy driving in a big truck, he would have got shown more grace, period.
Exactly.
That's the only answer to that shit.
Exactly, bro.
You know?
Every single time they get shown grace. Every single time.
I think even what you just said, Sco, that's like in a way is... Well, let me ask you, Quay, what you think about this? Motherfuckers ain't heard your voice yet. Go ahead, chime in.
For sure.
Go ahead. What you think about this shit with Derek Grayson,
Man,
Daunte Wright?
Yeah.
when you first start talking about it, the first thing came to my mind was I don't know if y'all seen the special, The 13th, and how they portrayed blacks, that we were rapists, we were killers, and I still feel like that it's just a fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Motherfuckers too scared to do this job. A lot of them are. You know what I mean? A lot of guys that I know a guy that I went to high school with that's a cop, and he used to kind of get picked on in school. You get what I'm saying? But now he's a cop. Now he got the power. You know what I mean? I feel like first thing first, a cop needs to go through a whole psychological check. You know what I mean? Before they can even be a cop, I feel like, they need to... You need to see their biases. You need to see, what their mental state is. There's a lot of guys that get in there and just really want to wreck shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a step that they most definitely need to take first before anything. You know what I mean? It's going to a deeper check of these guys. You know what I mean? Just not putting anybody in. Any of us could go be a cop if we wanted to. You know what I mean? So it need to first start there too, and dig a little deeper with that. I feel like.
This shit is a serious matter, bro. This shit is so complex and there's so many layers and so many levels to it. It's extremely frustrating. It's so complex and there's so many layers to it. I think what you just gave earlier, Sco, was just the surface of it. The goal is to get home. Absolutely, 100%. The goal is to get home. But at the same time, should we live in that way? Ain't this the land of the free, the home of the brave, or whatever the fuck they say? Ain't this that, right? We should live in that. That's the way we should live. We should live that way. It shouldn't be a matter of, man, I just got to get home. When you encounter a peace officer, it shouldn't be these situations.
Me personally, bro, I've accepted that it'll never be that way.
We can't accept it, bro.
It's like, what do we do, to stop it? We hands up, don't shoot, still get shot. We comply, still get shot. We run away from them, not towards them, away from them, and still get shot. What do we do? You can't do nothing when people just hate you for reasons they don't even know why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it ain't gonna stop until we damn near like then. I know this is kind of different subject, like then fuck them out of, like, their race. Like, when everybody like damn near mixed and black. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what's going on right now. Everybody want a black child. Everybody want a mixed baby. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they'll see once their kids are being shot, maybe they'll see things need to be changed. But right now, I don't think it's nothing we can do, honestly. The peaceful protest ain't working at all.
My mentality. My mentality has always been, it's a way. it gotta be a way. We just haven't figured it out. I'm no expert. We just guys trying to figure it out and understand it. I wish maybe we did have experts on to help us understand it, help us wrap our mind around it, and maybe one day we'll get those type of people on. But there's a way. There's a way, we just don't know it yet. There's several ways.
I know. I don't know what you finna hit.
Well, I'm just gonna. I'm just not. See, I'm the type of person that's irrational at times in the way I think. Because I'm gonna let you know what's gonna happen if they were to take mine, right?
But would it be irrational though?
Maybe not. Maybe violence begets violence.
And that's what I was
Maybe
gonna
that's
hit
the
at.
most rational thing.
An eye for an eye.
Maybe so. I'm the type, if they were to take mine, then everything is off the table at that point.
Everything.
All bets off the table. We not playing the same game anymore. Because I don't know about anybody else. I believe in eye for eye. They couldn't take my son. You can't shoot my son because you were afraid, or because you seen a fucking video or a movie or something about somebody getting shot about a black dude that was violent or something. If you put on this fucking didn't nobody tell you to be scary. Didn't nobody tell you to put on this uniform if you're afraid. Like, if that's what's going on, then, like, listen, we need to start implementing things. I said this on the first thing, and dude who was on here, like, the more I think about it, that was some bitch ass shit. Like, we say these things, right? Oh, well, some police officers are in the community and are on the AAU, but they just don't wear their uniform. It need to go deeper than that. You need to do community service. You need to walk down and know the old lady on the block who everybody loves. You need to know the young dude around the way who got the temper problem.
Exactly.
So when you encounter that young boy, you can understand he just got a temper problem. He never had his dad in his life.
It's too much of a disconnect there.
Bruh, it's too much of a fucking disconnect, and it's a way, bruh. It is a way. We not finna accept that don't folks doing that to us. I'm not finna accept it. I'm gonna tell you now. I got the white man's training. Sure. I'm in the military. I'm not finna accept that, bro. I'm not finna accept them killing my family members. I'm just not. I'm irrational. I'm not finna accept no white man, no white woman, not no black man or no black woman either.
Exactly.
Like, I'm telling you, take it how you want to. What I'm about to say, I'm gonna erase your fucking bloodline if you play with mine. That's period. I'm taking everybody. You can't do that because there has to be a change, and we getting fed up. Minister Farrakhan said something. You said it not too long ago. These young boys ain't afraid to die. Guess what? I'm one of them young boys that ain't afraid to die.
Not at all.
You can't take mine from me. We need to be upset about it. There's no more being composed. You said you talked to Officer Tally, man. Motherfuck that, bro. Motherfuck what he said. Fuck that. That ain't right. It's just not right. We don't need to accept that at all, ever. I feel ways about it. Like I said, bro, I sit and I had to fight back tears. I don't even know that young man. I had to fight back tears listening to his father in the interview speak, because I know that pain in his father's voice. Because clearly his father was there. He's still with his mother. I know that pain in his voice, bro. I know what he was feeling. That shit that shit touched me somewhere else. Even now as we speak, bro. I could cry now, bro. I can cry right now.
They always try to vilify us. Bring up stupid little petty charges and shit like that. Like, shit that don't even matter. Like, she killed dude like he was a fucking serial killer or something.
Yeah.
They talking about taser. You holding your gun, this heavy ass pistol, you holding it, talking about taser.
Yeah. I think, man, the fact of the matter is, I feel like not enough people care. You get what I'm saying? Because it's been happening so long. I feel like not enough people care about what's going on. You know what I mean? What's happening out here? Because, you know, we could protest, we could do all of that. You know what I mean? But it's deeper than that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the fact of the matter is, the guys that can really make the change, the lawmakers, you know what I mean? They don't care. You know what I mean? It's all a money game to them. It's a money scheme. They don't.
It's not
care
a rich
about,
man problem.
Yeah, they don't care about what's going on out on the streets. You know what I mean? And like you said, just to make it home, we drive with a whole different set of rules than white folks do. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's what's in the car, speed limit we going. You know what I mean? They'll never know what it feels like. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, we do need to be more outspoken with it. You know what I mean? But it's a fine line for us. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I ain't want to say it, but T hit on it. Like it's time for us to stop like showing them so much love after they do this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's time for people ain't gonna feel a certain way. And when I say people, I'm talking about, white supremacists, racist people. They ain't gonna feel a certain way till they stuff start happening to their kids. To their loved ones. Ain't nothing happening to them. She finna get manslaughter. What was it? Second degree manslaughter?
Second degree.
That's nothing.
Probably 5 out of 10 or some shit.
And she might do too.
She took a whole life. She finna do nothing.
Yeah.
And probably still get her pension, her retirement and shit.
Nothing.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous, bro.
I think black people are some of the most forgiving,
submissive, forgiving.
Met in my life, bro. I've literally seen people. I've seen people who go out and speak and shake the hand of their arresting officer and shit. Black people, we just so forgiving at times when it come to like them, to these white people, like these people are not even just white, because it's black ones too that put on their badge. These people with the badge, but it's like we so forgiving to them. Why do we show so much grace to our oppressor, bro? Because that's what they are. They oppress us. Why do we show so much grace to our oppressor? Like, is it just in our nature? Is it fear-based? I'm not scared. I'm not afraid. Y'all afraid?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Bro, I ain't tiptoeing around on what I'm finna say either, bro. I'm killing one of the motherfuckers if they come play with ours, bro. And then I'm getting tired of seeing it, too. I'm tired of it. It just seems like it's getting closer and closer to our doorstep. The tension keep growing and growing and growing.
And when stuff like that happen, you see it. Like, just the video I showed you, the white dude bullying the black dude in the neighborhood, pushing on him and stuff.
Yeah. The first sergeant.
Like,
not the first sergeant, the drill sergeant. He was a drill sergeant in the Army.
Like, he ain't doing it to a white kid.
Trying to come out and figure out the situation.
I don't care if he never seen the white kid walk around there. He not coming out there and pushing on him and telling him to get out the neighborhood and shit.
Yeah, it was that just for clarity with the people who listening, it was a drill sergeant who had came outside and seen a black the neighbor was complaining about a young black dude walking around or whatever, for whatever because he black. We're gonna call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
They was complaining about that he came out to fucking save the day or whatever. But you right. Or even to go a step, he wouldn't have done it if it was a white dude, or go a step further if it was somebody that was more intimidating. He wouldn't have done it. Like you or me, he wouldn't have came out and handled us in that way.
He would have called the damn police.
Yeah. But he felt like this is one. He got him one. He can be hero for the people around the block. And just that whole conversation. This a drill sergeant. This a drill sergeant. I was in the Army. I did 9 years. This a motherfucker who trained thousands and thousands of black people.
Mm-hmm.
And he tell this man, "You're not welcome in our neighborhood." We know that language. You didn't have to say that.
You're not welcome.
Like, why is he not welcome? Because he don't live. Even if he didn't live over there, he was just walking. Maybe he's just walking. Why isn't he welcome? So I'm trying to understand. But again, my question is, why do we show so much grace to our oppressors? Why is that a thing?
I think it's some type of syndrome, bro. I don't know. What is it? The Stockholm syndrome?
Stockholm. That's what it's called.
Like, you just end up like basically just trying to constantly seek the approval of your kidnapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because that's what they are. Let's be specific. Let's be clear. That's what they are, our kidnappers.
Yeah, like, that's exactly what it is, and people just, I don't know, I don't understand it. Because the moment one of them motherfuckers play with me, bro, y'all gonna see a side of me y'all ain't never seen before, because it's not happening, bro.
Not happening, bro.
It's not happening.
I gotta die honorably, bro.
It's not happening.
I was just telling one of my partners that last night we was riding. I was just telling my nephew that I was like, I gotta die honorably. I can't die like no bitch, bro.
I remember when I went to jail, when my tags was out, right? But I had the right tags inside the car. I had just got the car. I needed a special tool to change the tags.
Right.
So they pulled me over. He said, your tags out. I was like, oh, here go the correct tags right here. So he seen a Rillo that was in my cigarillo that was in my glove department. I mean, or my cup holder was at. Don't you know this man snatched my car door open, pulled me out the car. I never felt like so helpless.
Yeah.
And as a man, to feel that helpless, it's like getting your manhood stripped away from you, bro.
Yeah.
Because I know if I ever did anything, it's for them, one of me. If I'd have did anything, I'd have been dead.
It would have killed you.
For sure,
Crazy,
man. I feel like, for one, I feel like us as blacks, I feel like we got to come together. I feel like if we was more secure and as a group and trusted each other, we wouldn't fear the oppressor so much.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? We need them to an extent. You know what I mean? And I feel like that keeps a lot of people from crossing that line to speaking on what they really want and what we really deserve. You get what I'm saying? Because we feel like we need them to an extent. You know what I mean? But if the black community, I feel like if it wasn't in so much chaos, if we trusted each other more, if we loved each other more, if we knew the power of our dollar, because don't shit move unless we make it move.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? If they really knew the power and understood that, I don't feel like they would fear the oppressor so much because we got each other. You get what I'm saying? But we always in so much chaos, you know what I mean? So, like, they already fear us off top.
Mm-hmm.
The strength, you know what I mean? When we are able to come together. So I feel like, first, I always try to look at myself or look at, my surroundings. So I feel like first thing first, you know what I mean? We need to be good to each other.
Right.
Quit doing dumb shit to each other. You know what I mean? Once that becomes strong, then I feel like, okay, you know what I mean? We can make a formal plan and attack. You know what I mean? But I feel like it for sure need to start there. Because we can't, it's hard to get us together to do anything. You feel me? So if we can get there, we for sure can make things move.
I've been reading a book or listening to a book on Audible called Sapiens.
Mm-hmm.
And Sapiens is just, it talks about we are Homo sapiens. That's human beings. The current human being, what we are today, Homo sapiens, and the history of us, right? And it talks about just the history of the human being, right? Essentially, that's all they talk about, from hunter-gatherer on up into present, like how we first started as sapiens on up to present time. And it talks about tribes, right? And different tribes, different like little groups or whatever that do different things and different beliefs, whether it's God, whether it's different gods they believe in, whether it's different foods they eat, and it's all dependent upon the land, right? It's all dependent upon the environment, right? That's essentially what the book is about. Just all of that. It encompasses all of that, and it's more to it. There's levels to it, right? But the point I'm trying to make is we're not that far removed from those people back then. If you were to go now and look at those people, we look exactly like those people. That's when the human that looked like us started, right? We still got the same ways of thinking. Our technology is just better, right? The point I'm trying to make in regards to what you just said, Quay, is that getting black people or any people, period, together is impossible. Almost impossible, right? We always see us as black people because we always looking at somebody else's grass, right? So we like to bring up the Chinaman or the Asian man, right? We like to bring him up and we like to say, they got Chinatown over there and they stick together. You go play with one of them, then whatever. They'll do this and they'll do that. Well, we've been seeing that in the news lately. What response we done got from them? None. Right? The reality is nobody is monolithic. Nobody is all the same. So it'll be virtually impossible to get everybody as a black person together and unify and mobilize. That'll be impossible. You get what I mean? So I hear people say that all the time. I hear people say, well, we got to get together. We got to show each other love. We got to do that. It's just hard because some motherfuckers just some bitch-ass niggas. Some motherfucker you just like, I don't like that nigga. I never like that nigga. I never love him. And black people, it's okay to say that shit. It's okay to say that you will never like that person. That nigga from around the way who do all that bullshit, it's okay that you'll never say that you like him. See, that's the problem with them young boys out in Chicago when they doing all that killing. People too busy trying to get them to come together when what motherfuckers need to do is provide resources for them.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do. And I think that's the answer for us. Provide resources, create resources. Everybody as an individual within themselves, go ahead and build a mind up and develop resources for you and yours. Whether you do it through a job, through a business, or whatever you decide to do. Create that resource for you and yours. And be the example for your friends. And you encourage your friends. I don't have to show Roscoe love, but I am going to show him how to get some money, how to live, how to survive. And if I do that, he'll be a better man for it.
And it's a domino effect.
And that, listen, what I say about Lil Bibby out of Chicago on their last episode. He said, man, I used to be crazy, man. I used to be crazy on the Vlad show. I used to be crazy. It's hard to be crazy when you sitting on millions, man. It's hard to be like, man, I'm gonna go kill that nigga when you sitting on a couple millions and you got so a lot of shit to lose.
When you got nothing to lose, you'll do anything.
Yeah. Resources, bro. That's the key.
So do you think that as people that we need to move inside out so far as like, like you said, establishing a business, building up our brand, and then offering jobs to the community? Is that where you going with this? Like far as like, you know what I mean? So like if we were to establish a business, go back and hire guys from our neighborhood and build it up that way, buy the community back that way versus just like, all right, let's all get together, check everybody's finances, and then we start building stuff together. So is that what you're saying?
I think a part of it, the beginning, what you said is right. Working inside out. Start with yourself and then move on, right? And start with yourself and move on to your family, But I think that you don't have to, listen, another thing, you don't have to give no job to that dude from your hood either. Fuck him. If he not qualified, you don't have to give no job to him. You're not obligated to give him no bread. But I encourage you to give it to a black man. Now, if you that passionate about where you come from and the people that you grew up with and you around, by all means, without a doubt, go back and pull them and teach them. But it got to be a change of mindset first. Imagine, bro, me trying to get somebody back from back home. All they've been doing is thugging. That's all they've been doing. That's all they know is this street shit thugging. They ain't never really had no job, none of that. That's all they know. And trying to get them to be on the shit that I'm on now. Bro, I wasn't even entrenched that deeply like that. My run was probably 2 years of just hustling and shit. But it was hard for me to change my mindset coming into college, bro. It took me 3 years to get friends down here, bro, to even talk to people or to trust people. Based off the little petty shit I had to endure with people I call my friends from back home. So I don't ask you to pull the man from your hood, but I do ask you to love your skin color and look to yours. Stop thinking that again, as black men, we have the instinct to look at the other side and think that the grass is greener on the other side. No, it's people within our community or that's the color of us, the same hue as us, that's just as qualified as the white man. We don't have to move to the white neighborhood. They don't want us there anyway. Just go get you some fucking land outside city limits somewhere. If you want to establish your, get you some land out there. You don't have to move in the white neighborhood. You don't have to deal with the white people. You can go poor and get the black man. Tyra daddy, he don't play that shit. If you a hood nigga, he don't give a fuck. He an army guy too. He not playing that shit. He not. If you a hood dude, you. Just because you black, nah. Like he will hire a white boy or a Mexican if he can do it better, bro. And I mean,
that's the most qualified.
Yeah, bro, listen, me too. But I will give out just as well as we give our oppressors grace. I'll give that black man grace, right? I'll say, hey, I'll give you the opportunity to learn it, but don't fuck this up.
Right.
You gotta hustle. So that's essentially what I mean. Just resources, man. That's the way to fix all of this, I feel. Yeah. But it's still so many layers to it. But I think at the base of it is resources. Yeah, I know the pyramid Nipsey talked about. We talked about that.
Yeah. And, they always try to get kids into sports. And it's only so many, people can be on the AAU team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about kids that like to write? What about kids that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What about kids that like to read? Kids that good at building stuff?
They fucked.
They just out here, Like, we got to do better. We got to do better, man.
Yeah, nah, shit. You know, you said it with Lil Blake. You said, I don't know, T. Sports might not be for him.
Yeah, Blake gonna be a marine biologist. Blake ain't playing no basketball. I seen it at age 2.
Boy, jump a trash.
For real,
Mavericks too, though. Maverick might, I don't know. Shit, I don't know what that boy might do. Who fucking knows? He might be a killer. I don't know.
So what would you say to the ones that's trying to bring it back to their neighborhoods and build them up? For the ones that's passionate with, would you still go from the same game plan of changing your mindset, working inside out, and building your own neighborhood up?
I would say the exact same thing. Build yourself up, get yourself to a position, then come back and try to build your neighborhood up. But understand that you're fighting an uphill battle. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
So be ready for frustration, but also understand that within that hood, it has to be a mindset change with the community.
Yeah.
So before you even try to start throwing a bunch of money at niggas and doing all that, you got to change their mindset. Now you ask me the question, how can you do that? Or I'm pretty sure that's the question you're thinking, how can you change the mindset? Well, I think that it got to be classes implemented. If you got enough bread to go start a business, you got to start implementing classes, financial literacy classes, shit, common sense classes for some of these silly motherfuckers.
And I try to reach, like, at a certain age, is like you said, you trying to get a person to unlearn years of trauma, bullshit. Like, that's hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So you start when they Maverick age.
Start with the kids.
Lay a solid foundation, they'll follow.
So, because the reason I asked, Terry, me and I had a couple conversations about a couple guys I told you back home that, if they was in the right situation, you know what I mean? If they had a good support system around them, they wouldn't be making the choices that they made. You know what I mean? And, like, if they could just move. But, again, like you said, it's that mindset, But, like, I care about them niggas. You feel me? So, it's just like, getting them to grow and to change their mindset, because all of them bright. You know what I mean? But it's hard when you come home, your mama on dope, your daddy drink. You know what I mean? You out here trying to get it.
You got 5 brothers and sisters.
You a good person inside. You feel me? You still a good person. You still want the most out of life. But like you said, it's an uphill battle. It's hard to tell somebody, to get somebody to think like, I can move and grow from this situation. You know what I mean? That's frustrating as hell. That's all.
I think a lot of people just give up too quick. Like, I remember seeing a bunch of people doing stuff in Bolivar when I was younger. Then next thing you know, you don't see them no more. Yeah, they just quit because they, like you said, might get frustrated. It becomes too much. We just can't quit though. We just gotta keep going.
Yeah, you gotta understand this uphill battle, and really you gotta listen. I first of all, I've taken a lot of leadership courses. I've been the one that's a leader in a lot of situations. I think the thing is, out of every group, it's always an alpha, right? Some groups, it's a couple alphas. It's a couple motherfuckers who just run that group. I think if you dominate that person and you get that person first, the whole thing, the thing you like to see people see on TV, the little common, like, little corny joke about when you go to prison, you got to find the biggest, baddest motherfucker and knock them out, right? Well, I think essentially you got to apply that same concept or that idea from that joke to when you're hitting these neighborhoods. You got to find the biggest and the baddest. And if you can get him to follow suit and fall in line, then it'll be easy to get the other ones to fall in place.
Find the big dog.
Exactly, And when I say biggest in the bad, I don't mean the killer or none of that.
Right.
I mean the motherfucker who just running the show, because you got them. Maybe some neighborhoods got one. Some of them got a couple of them. But you find a few of them and you get them on your side and you leverage that. You do whatever you can to get them on your side. And most of those people who run them neighborhoods, they're about $1. They about money anyway. So I think if you coming from a sense of like having resources, and make sure they ain't hot either, and just make sure they understand what's about to happen, And if you come from that standpoint, I think a lot of the times you can control that. I think it's strategic. It's chess. Coming into these situations, you got to come in from a chess standpoint. You got to come in like you playing chess. You can't come in playing checkers, just me one motherfucker at a time, jumping them. And you got to plan the whole thing out.
Because if you can get those big dogs, because most of the time, the younger people looking up to them.
Right.
You can get them follow suit, man. Everybody gonna follow them.
Everybody gonna fall in line. And that's the key. That's really the key. And I think that's the thing with black people. But I just also think, like, you know, at some point, I think a change coming. I think a change is definitely coming. With
Yeah.
all the things we see, the internet exists now, a change is coming. You know, we see people just getting frustrated and fed up.
Mm-hmm.
In our favor. The change is most definitely coming. Isn't in our favor?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Shit, but you know,
I think a change is coming, like as far as economics. Like, you don't think so?
mm,
I feel like I see more black businesses and stuff like doing better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like with that, me personally, I feel like with that, that's when a lot of things will change. You know, you get people focused on making money, then maybe they'll be out the way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. When I said change, I meant change in regards to just like violence.
Mm.
And that's what I thought you was talking about.
That's what
I was hoping you wasn't, but yeah, I thought that's what you was talking
Yeah.
about for sure. Yes.
I think that motherfuckers tired, bro.
You talking about violence amongst each other, or just when it comes to white and black?
I don't know. Tell me. Think we gonna start killing each other because the police killing us?
However we feeling when we get up, I guess.
Shit, I don't know. It could be a fucking purge. I don't know. But I do know one thing. I know some motherfuckers now. I know some motherfuckers right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who they not having no white boy coming to them or no police officer. I don't give a fuck if they in Babazuzu, Mississippi. Whereas 0 black people in that motherfucker. They not having no white boy coming to them playing with them.
Mm-mm.
I do know that. Imagine a dude, and I always use Chicago because I love that city. I feel like that, you know. But imagine
It's misunderstood.
Yeah, it's a misunderstood city, and I feel like people. Well, that's another story. But anyway, just imagine, not even Chicago, just Cali, just L.A. A young boy out in L.A. cripping, right?
Police ain't playing with him.
Not even that. Just imagine him going to Babaluzu, Mississippi, right? And that white man pull him over. And like, what are you doing here? Pulling up on him, pushing up on him. That motherfucker might get 6-7 shots. Not the black dude either, the police.
The police, yeah.
Like, these guys ain't playing that shit no more. Like, motherfuckers ain't scared to get locked up. People don't want to, but they ain't scared to get incarcerated. They ain't scared to shoot their guns. Like,
At the end of the day, they want to live too.
yeah. Motherfuckers got this mentality, this fucking net, whatever it is. Hell, the door kept open.
I gotta keep picking on Officer Tyler. And this is gonna piss you off right here.
All right, let me hear it. Oh, Officer Tyler. What
He
that
said,
motherfucker say?
Cause you know how when things like that happen, we always protesting, you know, shit like that. He was like, okay, he said if another black dude come out there and kill you, ain't nobody protesting then.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you gotta see that ain't the same situation, bro. I said, if somebody come kill me, it ain't gonna be for no reason. I've been doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? That somebody don't know, or I'm beefing with somebody I'm around.
Yeah.
Beefing with somebody. There's some shit going on. It ain't because Onterio woke up today and felt like killing Roscoe because he black.
Killing black folks, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I hate when niggas get on it. I call it coonism.
Yeah.
When they get on that coonism shit and try to negate, the subject. Like, no, the subject at hand is a white officer. Why a white officer killing black people? Cause you don't really see black officer killing white people, do you?
No, hell no, not like that.
All right.
I think that Brother Tally, I think the question should be presented to Brother Tally. All right. No, can't. I was finna go to an extreme. I'm not gonna go there.
Do it.
I think the question need to be presented to Brother Tally that we can't say that one situation is better than another. We can't use a fucked up situation to cover up another fucked up situation.
Right.
Because what if I said they doing all that protesting and all that shit about the old child molester around the corner raping your daughter, but they ain't do shit when he raped my son.
Yeah.
You see how stupid that fucking sound?
Mm-hmm.
So I think Brother Tally Officer Tally Need to change his mindset and understand,
Them ain't his thoughts. They come from somebody else.
Yeah,
I can tell you that right now.
Absolutely. This fucking gnat has been fucking me up, first of all. That motherfucker been fucking me up.
Buzzing around that big ass head.
Yeah, right. I got down, he like the sun orbit around my shit. But I think that need to be explained to all of us to tally, though. That, bro, what are we talking about? What type of conversation are we talking about? Like, we want to go to extremes. We want to hit extremes. Like, what do we mean? The shit just don't make no sense. One thing doesn't justify another thing, brother.
Exactly.
It doesn't. It never will. The fact of the matter is, and let's even dig into that. Even in the most smallest town like Bolivar, right? A lot of the time, a lot of the violence comes from, it's all rooted in resources.
Yeah.
Because if motherfuckers was able to get the best job and have the best money or start their own business or do whatever, it wouldn't be a lot of this. The reason why you don't see them white boys out there shooting at each other and doing all that, because most of their parents own businesses, got good jobs, and do all of that. That's the reality.
But they do it. They do shoot each other and kill each other.
Yeah, they do.
It's just not mainstreamed in the media. And that's what, like, niggas be acting slow, bro.
Yeah.
People kill people.
Yeah.
It ain't it ain't when it come to like people doing it ain't no such thing as black on black crime.
Yeah.
When you in poverty, you do shit. You do stupid shit because you got a lot of idle time with no money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like we always say, at the root of every human is we savages.
Yeah. It's a beast within all of us waiting to come out. We are animals. I don't know why we try to separate ourselves from animals. That's so crazy to me. We are all literally carbon-based life forms. I don't see why we try to separate ourselves from animals and try to make ourselves something different from
so
that
much
lion
superior, yeah.
who chased down that damn zebra and bit him around his fucking neck.
So
we ain't no different.
So he can have his meal for the day.
Right, because we cook our food. That's what it is. Motherfucker put a little lemon pepper on that shit. It's all good. Like, no, nigga. Like, y'all think about this. Wrap y'all head around this shit, bro. We fry and eat dead carcasses. Yeah. A fucking dead chicken. We fry that motherfucker. We eat him. We throw some seasoning on him, and we enjoy the fuck out of him. Like, come on, bro. How are we different? People fucked up. Things happen. Situations happen. It's just how it is. And I think the most important part of this is so many levels to it. People often talk about even the structure of the homes and everything like that. They talk about the structure of the homes. They talk about how if the black father not being there. We hear that a lot. We hear like the jokes, especially with white people. Oh, his daddy wasn't around, and that is true for a lot of us, right? But like, let's talk about that. If you really want to have that conversation, I wish a lot of the times when I see these situations where you got people that's doing that and mentioning that, like about the father not being in the home, that we take the time out to realize that it was a such thing as Section 8 homes, which I guess started out as a good thing, or maybe it had good intentions. I don't know. Maybe not. The way I see it, anytime a racist white man proving racist white people have their hand on something and they pushing to do it, then it's probably not going to benefit the people that they don't like, which is black people in our case. But regardless, Section 8 homes, what that mean for the man not allowed in the home.
Not allowed in the home.
The man, there's no father there. And we all know you need that. You need that structure. Even if the mother and the father aren't together, you need that structure.
That's a fact.
That shit important, right? So if you look into that and how that came about, people try to say it's because of, we don't take the time out to learn our history. We see, my grandfather, as fucked up as he was, and I'm talking about my grandfather on my mother's side. Sorry, Ma. You shouldn't have told me this shit if you didn't want me to talk about it on the podcast. But my grandfather on my mother's side, he was fucked up, But my grandmother stayed with him. It was a whole home, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was an alcoholic, all of that, but it was a whole home. It was a full home, right? People try to say, oh, it's slavery. They stripped us away from slavery. It don't even go back that far to slavery when they were stripping the man away from the woman. It's as recent as when they start implementing these laws. My grandfather wasn't in slavery. He was still in the house, and there was a lot of him around in that area at that time that was still in the house, a lot of men and women. No matter how fucked up the situation was, they all stayed together. The man and the woman stayed together to make it work for the kids or whatever, to raise the kids up, right? And it wasn't until these certain little laws started being implemented, or these government assistance. This government assistance was given to us to where you start seeing motherfuckers,
basically when women start benefiting of the man not being there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where it come from.
It ain't their fault though.
It ain't.
Shit, you gonna give me this house? I paid fucking $10
exactly.
These food stamps and shit. Hell yeah, this nigga.
Because the man probably struggling anyway.
Exactly, he can't give me all this.
He can't give me all this. He can't. You know what I'm saying? He's struggling. He can't get no job. You know, it's crazy, man. And I just think about I just think about the stuff I would have been into if I didn't have my pops around, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't have my pops around, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a fact that I wouldn't be sitting here. I just remember me about to go do stupid shit sometimes. And he'll just randomly call me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, he'll preach. I'm like, well, I'm finna do this, and y'all gonna hear about it. I don't give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he just talking to me, calming me down, telling me he understand how you feel as a man. But once you do this, these are the consequences.
Yeah.
If you find him with that, go do it.
Yeah.
That's how he talked to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like every young man and young woman need that in their life.
That's a fact. I knew a nigga that he was a lot older than me. He was my brother in them age. I grew up seeing him my whole fucking life. I grew up seeing him. He ate at our tables. He would come out to the house, kick it with my brother and them, smoke, drink, all of that. My whole life. He in prison damn near for the rest of his life now. All because of emotional situation he made. And chose to go do something to another man and kill him, right? Like, and I don't know how true it is, but the story that I heard was that it was motivated through his mother. Like, you let him do that, you go, don't let that slide. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's just to make your point right there. A lot of the time the woman, especially the woman who done went through a whole bunch of shit herself and facing a lot of trauma, most of our women been touched and molested or raped and all of that. They done went through so much trauma and all of that themselves. A lot of the time they not equipped to handle that shit emotionally to give to that man, because if it had been a man there, if he had a mentor or a man in his life, maybe, I don't know, to tell him, hey, bro, shit, yeah, I get it, but just take that L. Just do whatever and push on. If you had that person there to be the reasoning in your head, then it would have been all good. Because, I mean, shit, even myself, hell, I done had situations where I wanted to crash out. But it was a lot of people around me who I looked up to, who I would listen to, that told me that shit ain't worth it. Chill. What you doing?
You had a tribe around you that loved you.
I had a tribe of niggas around me, or men around me. I'm going to say niggas. They was niggas here.
This is how we talk, man.
Yeah, they was niggas. They was niggas, though. So.
That was our thugging.
They was niggas. They was niggas. Shit. But I love them, and they all, hell, is shit. I had them around me to give me that, and man, what the fuck you doing? Like, no, nigga, it's good that you in Beta Club. That's a good thing. What? You think a motherfucker want you out here with us doing this and doing that?
Yeah, keep you on a straight street.
Yeah, 100%. And I think a lot of motherfuckers need that, bro. I think people need that. People need to understand it. It's okay. I tell motherfuckers, man, bro, when I went to college, I had a lot of fucking fun, bro. Especially coming from a small spot where I'm at. When, shit, 150 women to choose from. You get down here, it's 1,000 of them motherfuckers. Shit. And I'm going to tell you, so many motherfuckers down here, if you gay, it's a bunch of gay niggas down here, too. So you still straight. You ain't got to be gay and thugging. Shit. There's plenty of motherfuckers down here, Shit.
That's a fact.
Man, bro, I'm going to tell you, I say, this ain't got shit to do with what we talk about, but I was so shell-shocked, nigga, when I first got down here. I seen a nigga, or whatever they would call it, dressed up as a woman, right?
Yeah.
But it was a man dressed up like a woman, but he was goth, like all black and shit, with the nails and shit, with the big trench coat, leather coat on and shit.
He black or white?
White in the summertime. Shit fucked me up. I got shorts and shit on with a tank and shit. I'm on campus walking through. I see this nigga like, what the fuck really going on down here? I seen niggas in the back kissing each other, talking each other down. You know what I mean? I seen women though. Oh all the women. Nigga. I seen shit down here with women when I first came to school that I never thought I would see, but I never judged. I never attacked it. I never strayed away from it. I met motherfuckers even in the military that worship the devil. And he was gay. I said, boy, you double trouble, huh? You ain't fucking around. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, bro, he was a little weirdo, though. I ain't like him. He was dick watching and shit. We'll be in the shower.
Log watch?
Yeah, he was log watching. But, you know, hell, hey, listen, listen, I'm saying all this to say, bro, like, I had the privilege to step outside of my comfort zone.
Step outside that box.
And meet so many different type of people. And the best thing I could have done, and like I said, it took me 3 years because I was closed off, because I only trusted a certain type of person. You had to be a gorilla. You had to be for me to trust you or for me to understand you or for me to even talk to you. You had to be somewhat intimidating to me for me to even accept it. But once I started accepting the people who at first I consider being lame, I started figuring out a lot, and it made me transform.
You met a lot of dope people then.
I met a lot of dope people that was into a lot of weird ass shit, you know, but I learned from them, and I was able to network and grow. So I think the best thing that a motherfucker could do, I'm finna slaughter this, I'm finna fuck this up, but I think it's like, you know, in regards to like the 360, right? In order to become whole, in order to reach a full circle, you got to travel around the world and hit certain spots around the world and come back to your home place, your homestead. You got to come back to that place and in order to reach complete wholeness. And I think that applies with all of us. You got to meet new people and see different things.
Get different perspectives.
You got to see what the trenches look like over in Venezuela. You got to see what, you know, the rich neighborhoods look like in Africa.
If I didn't go to college, bro, I would still be homophobic.
Yeah. It's wild.
I couldn't stand gay people, bro.
Yeah.
So I went to college and I just started meeting so many dope people.
Yeah.
And you know, they set me down and talked to me.
Mm-hmm.
And we came to an understanding. I'm like, oh, okay. This some shit I don't understand, so I'm going to just let people do them.
Yeah, and you was a Sigma too. Well, we both Sigmas. All three of us. Quay too. I'm going to go ahead and throw you in there.
For sure.
A lot of gay niggas is Sigma.
That's when it hit home, boy. That's when it hit home. I was like, wow, okay. You into that? Oh.
Niggas you lined up beside. How many years? All of us. How long? When you cross, Quay?
16. Spring 16.
I should know that, huh? I'm the nigga that brought you through.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit. Let me see, 16 was it? 2020. Niggas, all right, I can say this. All right, niggas getting hit with paddles and shit. Niggas lined up beside you getting hit with paddles and shit. Tearing your ass up. It's a motherfucker all along beside you the whole time. The boy like dick. It is what it is, though. But you didn't know, though.
Didn't know.
But now that's your brother. You done got this bond with him, and he just come out.
You will fight for him.
Yeah, you'll fight for him. You love him. You almost in that moment, especially if y'all really got a bond, you'll die for him.
Yeah, especially when you're in that moment.
What happened when a motherfucker first sit you down and said, hey, Sco, I'm gay, man. I just want to tell y'all that. Because that happened to me. That done happened to me a couple times. When niggas I done crossed. Not niggas on my line, but niggas I done crossed.
It happened to us in the football huddle.
Okay.
Remember that?
Okay. Yeah, I know the football huddle. No, you do too, Clay.
During the game?
No. We was in practice.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when the merry-go-round. That's what I thought you were talking about. I was on some players and shit.
I wasn't on the players. I'm talking about it happened then. That's when I was homophobic, though.
Yeah.
That's when we probably kind of rubbed the old boy wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I got to college and then it hit me again, I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to treat him like that.
Yeah.
But you going to get all these motherfucking jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just our bond. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. You can't start making them feel different.
Like that's just our bond. But
oh boy, the football huddle was wilding though. He watched too, man. I love you. I love him though. That's my partner. We best friends for real.
I love him.
But you was wilding, nigga. That nigga had pink thongs or some shit. One of that shit. He was wilding.
I don't know about the thongs.
I don't know. But listen, when he came out, the brother just started doing way too much. Like, nigga, I accept you, but we at practice. Come on, brother. This ain't the place for that. But nah, like shit, he was, you know, like that. He was wilding, but you know, even with him though, I don't want to tell his. I'm gonna let him get on and tell his story and how that shit came about with him. I'm gonna let him tell his own story.
Right.
And he may end up coming on in the future for sure. But now when you start hearing shit like that, and when you just not even besides just like that shit. Like, you just start hearing people who was really raised, bruh, like, with nothing. Like, I seen dudes who was just, like, fucked up their whole life, poor. I thought I had it bad, but, like, you hear these niggas' stories and you want to cry almost. You feel so bad for them. It's almost like you just want to take them in. Like, and how did you get to college? Like, through all that adversity you had to go to, you got to college and you still, like, trying to make it. You just fucked up. Like, you see that, bruh. We was sitting down in the situation, and I ain't gonna say no names, but we was just sitting down, and Quay, you was there, or maybe you wasn't there, but it was a bunch of us, and, you know, a guy just admitted that he got, like, molested by a man. You know what I'm saying? He said that, and, like, well, he said I got molested when I was younger. I was introduced to sex earlier than what I would have liked. And stupid ass nigga that's around us gonna say, damn, bro, you got molested? Like, yeah. By a man or a woman? Like, why you ask that, man? That's it.
That question.
You know, but it was by a man, of course, and it fucked him up, bro. And I think, again, just going back to what we said earlier to make this conversation go full circle, bro, the fact of the matter is you need the man in your home. You need a strong man. It's important
protection, bro,
to have that in your home, bro. Like, I hold mine close to me. Like it's a reason why I do him the way I do him. Like, I'm soft to him. It's a reason why. Because Ma raised a bunch of niggas, a bunch of dudes, for the most part, women too. But because of the way they was raised, and I just told y'all about my grandfather and everything, a lot of them, they couldn't be soft and shit like that.
It had to be tough.
So when I cry, it's, why you crying? You know? Or it might be dried up. Or even the niggas that was raising me, an example, they came up in the same house. So it was like, why you crying? Or, man, suck that shit up, don't be crying. I never heard that it was okay. It's okay to be passionate and emotional. It's okay to even, like, listen, I hid who I was for a long time from motherfuckers, bro. Like, as long as I could, until I got bigger and got into my own and was confident. It's okay to be a nigga who like cartoons or to be jokey or tell corny jokes. I like that shit. I love wine Saturdays, nigga. But I'm
nice.
Yeah, hey, listen, I finished it. I'm glad though, because I got that from them. Can't no nigga play with me.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm glad I finally got to a space to where I grew into myself and I ain't have to be nobody else for nobody, bro. It's so much better on this side.
Just being yourself.
It's so much better over here, bro. It's just better being who you are, bro.
It's a fact.
Yeah, so I got a question for you. So what if you grew up in a single parent household, but even if you had that father, he wasn't the father you should be looking up to?
That's a lot of the cases too.
You get what I'm saying? Cause you know, like, I grew up in a single parent household. You know what I mean? But even if that person was in the picture, you feel me? It still wouldn't have been shit.
Wouldn't have been worth it down.
You know, I tell you that all the time.
Yeah.
If my daddy raised me, I'd be fucked up.
Man.
That nigga. And if my daddy raised me, I'd be fucked up. My daddy, hell, you hear me? If he raised me, I would have been drinking at 12. Damn near. My pops raised me, so shit. Man, listen, I'm glad my mother had enough sense to say, nah, nigga.
Bro, women gotta stop fuck niggas, bro. Like, for real, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what my mama said, bro. She said, shit, this fucked me up too, I ain't gonna lie. She said, shit, he was just something to do. I said, God damn, ma, what you doing? Like, why you gonna say that in front of me? She was just having fun. She was old. She ain't think she can get pregnant. So I guess she just want to fuck nigga.
Her case different though. She didn't think she could get pregnant, bro. She 40 something, bro. She thought she could get pregnant.
You talking about the ones doing it on the regular?
He's like, I'm gonna give you this one.
I'm gonna give you this one. I can give you one more boy.
I think I told y'all a story. I put it in my book. I said they thought that I was a tumor. My brother Rico took her to the doctor, and they thought that I was like a tumor. And they was getting ready to give her a hysterectomy. They was going to clean, because they thinking like, you know, I don't want it to be cancerous. They was just going to get all her woman parts and shit out or whatever. They thought that I was a tumor, but Rico, shout out to my brother Rico. I love you, nigga. Shout out to him.
Save
That boy
your
done,
life.
he been saving me since before I was here, goddamn. I ain't lying. Shout out to him. We gonna put this on a clip too, man, so I can post it and he can see this shit, man. Shout out to that man. I love that man for real. That's my dad right there, for real.
Right.
He was been saving me. He told mama we should get a second opinion. Get a second opinion before you go get a hysterectomy, and they take all that out of you and do that. And the second opinion, he was like, man, you pregnant. And it was me. The legend himself.
Damn, it was a close one.
It was a close one. Nigga, I ain't supposed to be here. Like, even besides that, go a little further. I came out the womb. Shit, umbilical cord wrapped around my neck, not breathing. All right, next step. Shit, I'm damn near blind. Was losing my vision, but gained my vision back. A little older. My grandmother poisoned me. That's how they found out she had Alzheimer's. She poisoned me. You know, listen. That's why I told you the other day. I told Sco the other day, nigga, I'm not supposed to be normal.
Right.
I didn't come into this situation with normal circumstances, bro. I didn't come into this under normal circumstances. I'm not supposed to leave under normal circumstances. So forgive me if I come across as loud, arrogant, passionate, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to categorize me or put me as, forgive me if I come across like that. But I'm just not supposed to be normal. I'm not supposed to be no normal nigga.
It's a fact.
And if you want to be an old normal ass nigga, be one. But my light gonna shine though when we around and you gonna feel me. I don't care. Hey, nigga, I ain't supposed to be here. That's 3 different situations, 4.
Yep.
That it could have been done.
That's crazy.
You know?
That's crazy.
This
It's
how I know
crazy and
y'all-
awesome at the same time.
Yeah, it is. This how I know y'all niggas ain't read my book either, man. Because I put all that in my book. Y'all supposed to know all that shit.
Well, you knew I knew that shit already. So.
Yeah, because I told you. See how niggas will do you, Queen? You see how niggas will try to play you? That shit crazy. It be your own partner, too, your right hand. Oh, you know, I know. I read the book. No,
Bro, I did read one of the books, bro.
Skull read the shortest one. Niggas ain't shit. That's why I
You know
started
my
writing.
attention span short, bro.
Nah, I feel it.
I bought all of them, though.
You
Well,
bought all of them.
I bought all of them.
Straight up. And from the bottom of my heart, I don't care. I'm going to be honest. I didn't write them bitches for niggas to give me money. I wrote them so people could get a better understanding. There's a lot of niggas that bought them motherfuckers. I got some bread off them. I ain't gonna lie, I got some good bread off of them. You know what? Shout out to y'all. I'm gonna be grateful because I got some.
But
good
I
bread.
get it though, bro.
Yeah.
It's something that you're passionate about. You put it in the book, and you want people to know these things, not just because it's about you. You know what I'm saying? Because it can help them also. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand your passion behind it.